Through all my experience of being a student in Hawaii, becoming a professional dancer for the Los Angeles Clippers, and most recently being titled Miss California USA, I quickly realized that nothing compares to the heart and soul of my hometown of Lancaster, California. Come along with me as we get to experience the taste, the talent, the tech, and most of all, the fun of my hometown. This is Tiff on the Town. Have you ever just craved the finer things in life? Well, here in Lancaster, we have many to offer for you. On today's episode of Tiff on the Town, we're diving into 3 classy fine dining restaurants just for you, showing you the tasty plates, the fun interaction, and most of all, the amazing moments that these fine dining restaurants offer for you. This is Tiff on the Town. Filet mignon, lobster, risotto, or duck, whatever you're craving, there's one thing that you won't miss on this American French cuisine menu, and that's love. Sit back, relax, sip on a glass of wine while Chef Dominique and I show you why you need to book your next date night at La Papillon Steak and Seafood. Guys, we're with head chef Dominique, the man, the myth, the legend. He's not just good with the food, he's good with the people too. Has great fashion sense, as you can tell. Dominique, jump into your story. How did you even get into cooking?
Obviously, when I started working in a restaurant, I started dishwasher.
Okay.
Because no jobs.
So you climbed up the ladder.
Correct.
Love
correct.
that.
A dishwasher because I'm looking for a job. I need a job. So I found a dishwasher, like I take it. Meantime I take it, I'm learning. Because I have an open mind, so I learn all the stuff about cooking. And here's the story. It was in London, back in London. I started working as a salad prep and I learned from the chefs and all that. I learned the menu fast because I know about cooking. So what happened, the chef got sick. The owner got really mad. It's like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, what's going on? Because the chef is sick. See, I can cook it. And the owner was like shocked. He's like, oh my God, can you do it? I was like, yes, I learned it from him.
Oh, I love it.
I jumped in, I swear to God, at that time, and he got me to this out, and I took over that place.
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
I was the head chef in London for like really a long time.
That's
and
awesome.
really helped me a lot from the chefs you learn from.
Yeah.
Because you have to learn from it.
You have to learn.
You can't just go and start, and learn from a lot of books, reading books, creating stuff by yourself, how you create all the dishes, how you create sauce. By mistake, you make some sauce and it's like, oh my God, it happened. And there's a friend of mine, one day he was, him and his daughter were sitting on the table and he got a coleslaw. And his daughter, she was eating ice cream. Then the scoop of ice cream full on coleslaw. Then they mix it. Then when you eat it, there's a flavor. So you have to remember, vanilla ice cream and coleslaw give it a flavor. You don't have to put sugar. You put
Ice cream. Wow,
so
look
who
at
doesn't
that.
like ice cream?
Right? Everyone loves ice cream.
So mix ice cream with coleslaw and see what the people they're gonna do about it.
So like you got the head chef opportunity, it landed in your lap, you were working hard, and going back to this French cuisine opportunity, you're here at La Papillon and you wanted a French influence and you got to build a menu, right?
Yes, correct.
So what is the mix with French influence?
Well, when he came here, when I look at it, because we're doing that, California comes a French cuisine to it, I started looking at the menu, it's like, what do we have to create here? Because this is La Papillon. La Papillon is people, they say, oh, it's a French cuisine. So you have to give them that French dishes and French creation to it.
So to build romance at La Papillon, you guys are known to have great date nights. What menu items should people pick from appetizers to entree to dessert to have the best date night?
What we do when the people come here, they choose from what they have. We have mushroom magnifique. So what we do, we butter this batter with all this spice, and we do mushroom and we burn to it and we fry it and they create to that crunch to it. Yeah. And people love that when they cut it, the mushroom is soft inside and creative to it. That's a great dish for mushroom magnifique. Yeah. And we do like the caprese, that's great. The bruschetta is perfect, everybody knows about that. And we have that veggie platters and we have fruit platters and we have all the creation of the cheese platters that we do here.
Amazing.
And people love that with that because when you come out, sometimes people sit in the bar, they want a glass of wine, but they want an appetizer. Then sometimes they don't want to eat big dinner.
Just socialize, right?
Yeah, and that's what they love about La Papillon. They come over here, and we create them with a lot of stuff. And we choose, because sometimes customer come in and like, I want to create a dish. We're here for it.
Oh, that's awesome. So you're open to creativity,
Yes.
which is great. And so the
Correct.
creativity that
Yeah.
you're going to show us,
Yeah.
what are you cooking for us
Well,
today?
because last time, today I'm going to do great things for you. You'll be surprised.
Okay.
But you're going to eat it,
Of course I'm going to eat it. I'm
but
going to
you're
eat
not
it.
going to come back.
Oh, I'm coming back. Trust me. I'll be here every day if you cook for me all the time. Okay?
Oh, I will.
Okay.
If you're here every day, I will cook for you every day.
Let's
What
cook.
we do here, like today we're going to make you like a seafood risotto.
Okay.
All this creation of the seafood mix from the calamari to mussels to clam to fish to like oysters. We're going to put all that stuff there. That's what they call it, fruit de mer.
Okay.
And the French, fruit de la mer, that means the ocean, the fruit of the
Nice.
ocean. So anything comes from the ocean, we put over there. So anything, that's what they call it, fruit de mer. We're going to do that. And we're going to do like a lobster tail
Okay.
for you guys today with a nice creation of that saffron cream sauce, some sauce to it. And we're going to do a lobster ravioli. Lobster ravioli is all stuffed with lobster, and we do turmeric, saffron to it. Sauces
Beautiful.
come up with lemon juice to it. You're gonna be dying for that.
Ugh.
Now you're gonna get one bite. You're not gonna let these people jump to you.
Yep. No, my
You're
mouth
gonna
is
buy-
watering. We can stop here. We'll have dinner, breakfast, lunch, everything here. Sound
That's what
good?
fine with me.
Let's
You
get to
name
cooking,
it, we
man.
make it.
Let's get to cooking.
Let's go do it. Let's go. Some salt, some pepper.
That's love.
It is love. If there's no love, it's no love.
Right? No love, it's no food. It's not good if there's no love in it.
Yeah.
Taste.
Oh yeah. Go ahead and see what you think. How salt and how the pepper
Okay.
on that. Careful, it's hot.
That's good. That's really good. That's good.
Okay, what we're gonna do if you want to start plating right now?
Yeah, okay. Chef Tiffy, hey.
There you are, just like that. It's good.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Before the owner Lucy and I sat down for a chat, she so graciously paired every created dish with a wine or cocktail. This just took every layer of flavor, all the rich creaminess, and especially the extra pizzazz of Chef Dominique's cuisine to the next level.
Okay, Lucy, first off, amazing restaurant. So thank you for having us. But I want to hear a little bit about you. Like, what is your heart in Lancaster? Did you grow up here? What's so special about the AV to you?
Absolutely. We moved here since 1996, my family. And I grew up here. You know, I went to Palmdale High School, and my heart is in Antelope Valley. So I always said when I grow up, I'm going to serve the community. And so then I got married. My husband, you know, he was passionate about restaurant. And we've been in restaurant business over 25 years together. So when I started my life with him, he was already, he's a chef. So he's an executive chef for all of our restaurants.
So this is his passion, right? This is what he loves to do. And you're sharing with me earlier that hospitality just runs in your blood. And you're able to make this restaurant like your home, your baby. So what is it like to show your customers that this is home to you?
You know, it's easy for us because of our culture, because if you come to my house, I'm going to open that refrigerator and feed you whether you like it or not. I mean, there's no diet in our home, right? So although it's good that, like the Mediterranean restaurant we have, we moved to the more healthy, and even the recipes that we come up with, like make sauces from scratch, here, there. I mean, everywhere we go, we try to make it taste like home. So if I order for my family, then you should be able to order for yours.
Absolutely. And those items that you use local, right? You love to like look at local products and produce.
Oh, my husband, he shops locally every day, and he keeps that habit to get up every morning and just shop for vegetables, shop for things that he can see and feel, right? So he's out every morning doing that, and then you know, the cooks back there prep and prepare by 12 12 o'clock, then we're prepared for lunch for olives. And here we have dinner time, so we give that.
You have a good balance.
And we do have a great balance. Over here we also have brunch, so we have breakfast. So right after church, people come out here, community. And it's just, I love here because it's very community based. So you see a lot of, people commute to LA for work, but weekends, they want to stay local.
Yeah.
They want to feed their families. So you see that you see the value of family. And I value my family, and I want that it's basically a bigger, like community is a bigger family. We want to make sure we're feeding our families right and healthy and good and bring that
love,
Yeah,
right? That love. And talking about community and family, there's one part that starts a family, and that's engagements. I just got engaged, so I know the rush of it. It's so fun. But you offer something special here that most restaurants don't offer. What is that?
I'm so big on weddings and unity, and for me that's huge, right? So the start is that engagement. That's so we've invested in something like propose. We've actually invested, so you can come out, or you don't even need anything. Just call us. We will set up everything.
You have everything provided.
Yeah, and we've had so many proposals lately. It's unbelievable.
so cool.
We have somebody bring mariachi. We have, and so far it's been yes, yes, yes. We've never had a no.
We're gonna keep praying for
We're
that.
gonna keep our yeses. The guys are so nervous when they come out, sweating and everything.
But you make it so special. You save the money because you have all the details.
Oh yeah, we've invested, so this way you don't have to stress about anything. The restaurant business, you do what you do best and delegate the rest to us. So
One-stop shop.
One-stop
ask for
shop.
anything better.
Just give us a call and we'll set it up for you.
And so when people are coming here to propose or to celebrate an anniversary or a first date, we have the great food options, but everybody loves to end with a sweet treat. What are the best desserts?
For our birthdays and anniversaries, because it's special to them, it's special to us. So we want to celebrate them. We always give, like a specialty dessert that we have that chef makes. So when you come into the restaurant, make sure to let us know that it's a birthday or anniversary or anything, even graduation nights we have. So just let us know, and we have free dessert for that.
That is class.
Yeah.
Love it.
We want to also celebrate that with them. So.
And what are the specific desserts that you're like, if you're gonna get it, get
so we
this?
have our house bread pudding that comes, or things different, but my favorite is actually the creme brulee and the fried cheesecake with ice cream. So it's just enough where it's not so much just sweetness, but creme brulee is amazing. So you'll love it. You have to taste it.
Yes, I'm going to taste it after this.
I make everything here.
Oh, you make it all from scratch?
Everything from scratch.
Legendary.
All of our recipes are made here from scratch. So,
Well, Lucy, thank you so much for having us. I feel your heart when we walk in. It just feels like home here.
yeah.
So congratulations on your success, and we can't wait to be back.
Thank you. We're opening another restaurant in LA.
So there's more love to
There
be
is.
offered, huh?
We're not stopping. We always believe in that growth and producing more jobs. We're extending our business to like banquets as well.
Wow.
So in LA, the Cosmo Palace is opening up very soon. So you'll see that coming forward.
Amazing. Give me a high five, girl. You're a legend. Awesome.
Thank you.
La Papillon doesn't just end at the rich entrees. They have the most decadent desserts for your lovely date night. I had their light and creamy creme brulee where the hints of vanilla were just so fresh, and their unique and rich fried cheesecake paired with vanilla ice cream, chocolate drizzle, and whipped cream. A treat that will satisfy any sweet tooth alike.
All right, ladies, as I said, it's time for you to convince your man for a date night at La Papillon, the place where there's live music on the weekends, sweet treats, sweet wine, and who knows, you might even get a ring. Cheers. Have you ever desired a luxurious yet creative date night? Well, look no further than Complexity Wine Lounge and Simplicity Cheese Shop, the one place in the city of Lancaster where you can get a sip and paint, delicious fine dining, or even a cooking class. Today we get to hang out with wife and husband, co-owners Audra and Dan Tiff, and get to dive deeper into how this is the best place you can have a date night in our city.
Dan, first off, thank you for welcoming us into your space. It's really a location for us to kind of get taken away from reality. So thank you for all the details and the fine tuning that you've done. But before we jump into the business, I want to know who you and your wife are. What even got you started with this location?
Well, my wife probably got me more interested in wine than myself. But in 2006, 2010 actually, when I came back from Iraq, my wife and I went into Temecula to try out some wines there. Before that, I was kind of a beer guy.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Interesting switch.
But I tried, other wines. Didn't connect with me. But when I went to the small lot producers, it really was awesome. Then we went 2012 up to Paso Robles, and really that's when we fell in love with wine. And then we started experimenting, putting food and wine together constantly. Several years later, came up with the idea, hey, you got two different things here. One is the food, one's the wine. So 1 + 1 = 3, this third flavor all together.
Nice.
And we wanted to bring this to the Antelope Valley. So that's what we really ended up doing.
That's awesome. Talking about 1 + 1 = 3. You have a great selection of food, not just wine.
Correct.
So tell us about your popular items that you have here at Complexity.
Oh, wow, we have steaks, we've got seafood here, we've got pastas. So there's quite a bit here to choose from. Our salads are always fresh, and that's the idea, is American fresh here.
I can definitely contest to that. The food is just absolutely outstanding.
Thank
and
you.
with wines, you have an array of selections. If I'm not wrong, you have about 450 options of wine.
Correct, about 450. We do have 80 different single varietals. There are what's known as 24 of the noble grapes, Cabernet, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay. There are 24 that 95% of all wine is made from. Us having 80 different varietals makes a huge difference. You can try a Zabibo, you can try an Esoterico, things that people have just never heard of. So it's amazing.
So cool. And it ranges from what price to what price here?
Well, we've got some that are a little over the top, about $7,000.
Luxury.
And then, oh, definitely. It's more of a collection,
Okay.
and that's why we purchased it as a collector's item.
Nice.
And then probably our lower end is probably looking in the 40s, but they're all boutique, small lot produced. You're very rarely going to find any of these in a grocery store. You'll find them in probably specialty wine shops.
Wow. Well, you come from a family where you have 7 children, so you're used to building opportunity for many people of many ages. There's date night opportunities here, but there's also opportunities for kids.
Here we have paint nights, we do cheese and charcuterie board building nights. We come in here, have classes here. We do wine talks is what we call it. Come in, we'll pick a region, say we'll pick South Africa, we'll get 3 wines from that region, we'll pair a cheese board with that. You come down, I fill you in on, hey, here's what you're expecting here. This is what the labels will read. Because if you go to another wine shop and you look at it, you're like, what am I looking at? So give you an idea what the flavor profiles are, what the regions are there, because it's very expansive.
Definitely. And you put so much love into Complexity, so much so that you built the wine rack, you built behind the bar, you finished this bar.
Yes.
But you have another baby, which is brand new, Simplicity.
It is our Simplicity, yes.
It's the first cheese bar in...
Well, cheese shop. It's the only cheese shop in the Antelope Valley where you can actually taste the cheese before you buy it if you wish.
Wow.
So, and then we all have the entire 450 different wines down there. Not to mention, not just wine, we carry the local craft beer, and we have sake here.
Really?
Yeah, premium cold sake.
Options for everyone.
Correct.
So I know I'm going to jump in and take a cooking class pretty soon, but first I want you to show the viewers what your wine class would look like. So can you walk us through that right now?
Well, let's say we're going to let's do the Rhone region. Rhone is very interesting, northern and southern Rhone. So I would talk about, we'd have 3 wines. One would be a Syrah from the northern Rhone. This is very unique. They can blend in Viognier, which is a white grape, into that and co-ferment there. Soften it around it. I would talk about that. We would, taste that wine. We would go into the southern Rhone, which is actually a lot larger area. We would look at some of their blends as well as bring in a white wine.
Wow.
So yeah, so we want to make sure that there's a lot for people to taste and enjoy. Some people are, not red wine fans. Some people are not white wine fans. But we seem to find fans all over for these. So we would talk about these wines. Like I said, the region. Why does it taste this way? What are the slopes? What is the sun doing to these grapes? Why they taste this way? There's so much that there is into wine, and where it grows.
Everything's a factor. So say
Big time.
I'm a first-time wine connoisseur. What do I do with this?
Well, for you, I mean, if you're a connoisseur, you would know what to do. But if there's different ways. First, it's a visual evaluation. You'll look at your wine. You want to appreciate the color or the clarity.
Okay.
So a couple of things, you'll tilt it at a 45-degree angle, usually a more white surface. And you can see with this red wine, it's opaque. Light can go through, but you cannot see through it. Yours, clear, bright, it looks very refreshing. It's got a very small halo running around there. Clear, but it can tell you some aspects, and generally that's when, as a somm, you're trying to determine blind tasting what this is going to be like. Reality, you're going to look at it and go, wow, this looks very nice, clear, refreshing, nice clean glass, doesn't have fingerprints all over it, doesn't have water spots. We polish our glasses to make sure that you can see and enjoy your wines.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so with that, then you'll swirl a little bit.
Okay.
You want to open up the wine. You don't want to spill it on your neighbor or someone that's sitting across from you. So that'll open it up. It'll allow the legs to show, or some of the wine to come around all the sides here, and you'll be able to see all that.
Nice.
So then you're going to take, and now you're going to smell the wine. There's two different ways you can do it. From a distance, because your wine releases phenolic compounds at different intensities and levels, and some intensities can overtake others. Further away, here I can smell more of the lighter red fruits. And then when I stick my nose right in there, well, I can pick up a lot of the heavy dark fruits. I'm getting leather, a little vanilla. With yours, you should be getting the lemongrass, the tropical fruit notes. You should be getting all those flavors there.
And I love when you say it like initiates in my mind too.
Well, everyone's got a different catalog in their head of what they've smelled. Maybe you've never eaten rotted strawberries and you wouldn't know what it would taste like. Or super tart strawberries and you wouldn't understand what that tastes like. But you've had sweet strawberries. If you've tasted something, you understand your sweet strawberry. Like, oh, there's sweet strawberry.
Awesome. Well, I want you guys to know, before I head over to my cooking class at Simplicity, Complexity offers a cheese club, correct?
Correct, yes.
And what is that cheese club?
You get 3 different cheeses every month. So you get between 4 and 6 ounces of cheese, depends on the cheese. And you can, you come pick it up, and we get a newsletter. We talk about the cheese, give you some background information. Our guests that are members can come here, pick it up here or at Simplicity. And you also can taste wines that we pair with these.
So cool. Well, that sounds like my type of club. Cheers to that. And off to cooking class.
Enjoy Simplicity.
Thank you.
As I stepped into Simplicity, which is 2 doors down from Complexity, it truly felt like a step into a European cheese and wine shop. They don't just offer cooking classes in the back of house, but in the front of house, there are an array of wines and cheese. Unique finds that you can't find at any grocery store, like churro chocolate bars, and even in-house made picnic kits and honey butter.
All right, guys, we're here with not just Dan's business partner, but his better half and beautiful wife, Audra. Audra is also the queen of honey butter here at Simplicity and Complexity, so make sure you try out the honey butter. Audra, thank you so much for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
This is going to be such a fun experience in the cooking class. What are we making?
So the class is mastering risotto, and so what we're doing is a classic Parmesan mushroom risotto for the first one. And then because we love the new and the unusual, we also developed a fruit risotto with coconut. It's a coconut mango risotto with a cookie crumble, and we teach them how to do tamarind sugar glass.
Nice. And you were telling me that there's a difference between tapioca pudding and risotto, right? So you don't want to confuse that.
Yeah, no. So when you do kind of a milky type of risotto that we're going to do with the fruit one, I'll often, because of the juices that come from both the fruit and then what you add in there, the milk and all that, it can become kind of very similar to the feel and look of a tapioca.
Okay.
But we show them how to not get there and how to make it the right way so that you get a true risotto that's more lighter and but really fruity and flavorful.
So I know so many people are looking forward to this date night opportunity, mother-daughter bonding. So what does the class layout usually look like?
So the class layout, they come in, we get them their apron, they wash their hands, we give them a little safety briefing, because this is a true commercial kitchen. So underneath this hood is 1.5 million BTUs. So it's pretty powerful.
Wow.
Dan likes to joke and say that we can melt a Volkswagen underneath this hood, and it does get pretty warm when they're all going. But so what they do, so once we get done with the safety briefing, then they, we start getting into the cooking, and they learn about not just how to make a recipe, but understand how to, manipulate and cook foods, prepare them so they come out in the way in which they're intended. So that why do greens when you cook them sometimes look like olive color, drabby versus bright and beautiful, and it's the way we cook it. Salt, acid,
Nice.
pH balances, they really matter. And so what and if you're not a chemistry major, you don't know that, but if you understand how it works and the difference between roots and greens and the different fruits, so they get all that background. We go through the recipes, and then they get to sit down at the end, eat the food, and any of the leftovers, they take them home.
Oh, that's the best part. Take it home and feed the family,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Now it's time for get my hands dirty and take this cooking class.
Oh, fantastic.
Today we are working on risotto. We've got mushroom parmesan risotto, and then we're gonna do a little twist on risotto, and we're gonna make a coconut mango risotto.
Well, as I said earlier, there's no better place for a date night than complexity and simplicity. I have my amazing mushroom risotto, the best wine ever. Now all I'm waiting for is my fiance. Time to dig in. That's it. See you guys next time at Complexity Wine Lounge. Cheers.
As you all can see, my hometown of Lancaster has so much to offer. I hope you all enjoyed hanging out with me as much as I did and are looking forward to the next episode of Tiff on the Town.